We're looking at 6 unconventional reasons you're not getting cybersecurity jobs. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In case you don't know me, I'm Tolulokwe Michael, multiple 6-figure entrepreneur, cybersecurity expert, and the guy who is going to help you not just break into the cybersecurity industry, but also dominate it. Because that's what we do. On this channel, we cover everything from career hacks to personal growth, and today, I'm going to hit you with something most people won't tell you. So, you've been applying for cybersecurity jobs, doing everything you've been told to do without leaving anything out, getting certifications, tweaking your resume, but you're not getting any luck. Well, guess what? There are some unconventional reasons that could be the real reason you're stuck on the sidelines. And I know that you want to know those reasons, right? Even though they are unconventional, you want to know them. If I were you, I would want to know. So that is why you need to stay till the end of this video. Trust me on that. Now, here's what we're going to do today. We're looking at why over-specialization might be closing doors instead of opening them. What you want to do is open some doors. You want to make sure you're doing things that open doors for you. But this particular one that you're doing, or other things I'm going to be highlighting, what they are doing instead is closing the doors. And the truth about certifications, you want to know that how stacking too many certifications too fast can actually make you look like a paper tiger. Like in 3 months, you have like 4 or 5 certifications. Strong on paper, but not all that in reality. Now, also, we will explore how your personal brand or lack of it could be the single thing holding you back. I know you're surprised, right? Lack of personal brand is something. Not only that, we'll look at the role of emotional intelligence, the role it plays in cybersecurity, and why bad timing might be killing your chances before you even get started at all. You might be asking yourself, like, what does that mean? We'll get to know that. Now, by the end of this video, you're going to have a game plan to knock down these hidden barriers and then finally get in the game. Are you ready? So stick around, because today we're going deep. Trust me on that. Like, we're going deep. And if you're serious about landing that cybersecurity job, this is exactly what you need to hear. Trust me, this is going to change your approach to everything, like everything as you know it. You've probably had all the hype. Cybersecurity is where the jobs are. It's where people are making the big bucks, working remotely, taking on multiple gigs, and basically living the dream. But here is the thing. You're looking at your situation and you're thinking, like, why am I the exception? Why is everyone different? Jack, John, Jill, they're all getting it. Why am I different? Where is my cybersecurity job? You've probably gone through the process, getting certifications, maybe even landing a few interviews, but for some reason, you keep hitting a wall. You're probably wondering, what happened to all those cybersecurity job stats that guy on YouTube keeps talking about? Where are those jobs? Well, relax. The truth is, it's not just about certifications or skills. There are unconventional reasons why you might not be landing those roles. First up, and this one might surprise you, over-specialization, or what I like to call being too niche. It sounds counterintuitive, right? Right? I know. You're always told to niche down, to become an expert in a specific area. Correct? But here is where it can backfire. Cybersecurity is a broad field. We've got SOC analysts, pen testers, incident responders, GRC folks, you name it. And some people go so deep into one niche that they end up making themselves one-dimensional. Let me give you an example. Let's say you spent a few years mastering one specific tool, maybe Splunk or something similar, or Sumo Logic, or any of those tools. Now, that's great, right? But if your entire resume screams only Splunk, employers might think, what happens if we need to pivot to something else? Can they adapt to different tools? Can they wear different hats when needed? You understand that? If you were an employer, you would think like that too. So it's almost like a basketball player who can only shoot 3-pointers, nothing more. Sure, you're valuable, but what happens when your team needs defense or playmaking? What's going to happen at that time? That is where over-specialization can hurt you. So the key here is to show range, okay? Pay attention and listen very closely. Even if you spent years mastering one tool or discipline, demonstrate that you're flexible. Employers want to know that you can pivot, learn quickly, and contribute to different aspects of security. For example, if you're a SOC analyst, brush up on incident response or forensics, so you show that you're a multifaceted player. That's what it means. And that's the first thing I want you to take away from this video. Don't put yourself in a box that nobody has put you. Don't box yourself there. Next up, and this is going to get a lot of people riled up, you have too many certifications. Yes, you heard me right. You see, in cybersecurity, people are obsessed with stacking cert. Like, they want to have everything. It's almost like a badge of honor, you know. Computer Security Plus, CH, CISSP, CCNA, OSCP, CISM, CISS. They want to stack everything. And while certifications are valuable, you can run into a problem if you rely too much on them without real-world experience to back it up. Now, here's what I mean. Imagine walking into a boxing gym. You're decked out in the latest gear. You know, fancy gloves, high-end shoes, a branded gym bag. You've got everything, all the gears, but you've never actually sparred with anyone. But you look the part. But when it's time to fight, can you really hang? That's the point. Can you? Employers are going to think that same thing. If you're loaded up with cert but haven't applied that knowledge in real-world settings, it raises a red flag. It's like saying you can fix a car because you watched a YouTube tutorial, or you can swim or rescue someone who is drowning because you watched how to rescue on YouTube. Certifications are important, don't get me wrong. They're very important, of course, but experience every time trumps everything. And I often say it here. I do say that a lot. It doesn't even matter how you get the experience. It could be self-taught. Just know what you need to do in real life. Employers are looking for people who can do the work, not just pass exams. If you already have a few certs under your belt, pause, okay? Pause and focus on building hands-on skills. You can get involved in volunteer work, personal projects, or labs that show you can apply what you already know, all right? Now, in the end, it's not about how many certs you have. It's about how well you can leverage those certs in real-world scenarios. Now, let's move on to something that is massively underrated. That is personal branding. Yes. Look, guys, in today's world, everyone got a resume. Everyone's got a LinkedIn. Everyone's got skills. But what's going to separate you from the crowd? It's you. Yes, you. Your personal brand, your story. Now, let me ask you this. When an employer Googles your name, because trust me, they will. They will. Now, if they do, or when they do, what do they see? Do they see someone who is actively engaged in the cybersecurity community, or someone sharing insights, writing blogs, participating in discussions? Or do they see a ghost? Or worse, do they see a bunch of irrelevant posts from your college days? Here's the deal. You are the brand. And companies want to hire people who stand for something. So if your LinkedIn profile is empty, or you haven't posted anything cybersecurity related in months, you're missing out on huge opportunities. And here is the solution. You need to start thinking of yourself as a brand, not just as a job applicant. Write about your experiences. Share what you're learning in the industry. Post regularly on LinkedIn. Okay, you want to show that you're not just someone looking for a job, but someone who is passionate about cybersecurity. Employers don't just hire a resume, they hire a person, and your online presence is your first impression. So make it count. Now, here's another big one that you probably don't think is an obstacle, and that is unrealistic expectations. You know, that all or nothing mindset, that mindset that is either I have all, I have nothing, right? Look, I know you want the 6-figure salary, remote work flexibility, and a high impact job right out of the gate. Who doesn't? But sometimes you're passing up solid opportunities because they don't check all the boxes immediately. I've seen it happen all the time. As a matter of fact, there was one of my mentees that was getting a job. She was getting jobs, 83,000, 85,000, 90,000, 100,000. She was turning them down because she was looking for a job that pays not less than $120,000. It's true, people turn down a 70,000 job because they are holding out for something that pays 100,000 or 120, or they pass on an in-office job because they are waiting for that perfect remote position. But let me tell you something, you need to get your foot in the door first. That's the first thing. Most successful people didn't start with their dream job. They started with a job that gave them experience and momentum. So, guys, this is my advice. Adjust your expectations, okay? Especially if you're out there doing it all on your own without any mentor helping you or giving you pointers. You should be thinking long term, not short term. So if you're thinking long term, you know that this particular job that is paying you 70K, 80K, 90K and asking you to come to the office is something that you take now to get the experience to help you long term. If a job doesn't check all the boxes but gives you room to grow, take it. Again, take it. Build a solid foundation, gain experience, and then what? You move up. So don't wait for the perfect opportunity. Trust me, it really exists. If nobody is telling you, I will tell you the truth. It really exists. Sometimes the best way to land your dream job is by taking the good job first and proving yourself. And this good is in quotes. Take that one first and prove yourself. This next one is a game changer, and it's something that most people don't talk about: emotional intelligence. Yes, you can have all the technical chops in the world, but if you don't have the ability to work well with others, to communicate under pressure, and to even manage your emotions in high stress situations, you're not going to last in cybersecurity. You won't. Let's face it, cybersecurity isn't a solo gig. You're going to be working with teams. You're going to have to explain complex issues to non-technical people. You're going to be in situations where things go wrong and they go wrong fast. And if you can't keep your cool, you'll be a liability, not an asset. If you are an employer, do you want to employ an asset or you want to employ a liability? Think about it. I've worked with large teams and very small teams too. And this is what I can tell you that they have both in common. Communication is everything. You could be the smartest person in the room, but if you can't clearly explain what's happening and what needs to be done, you're not helping the team. Yes. So start working on your emotional intelligence. Practice active listening. Learn how to break down complex concepts into simple terms, okay? And most importantly, train yourself to stay calm under pressure. You're going to be pressured. Oh my God, in cybersecurity, you will. So train yourself to stay calm under pressure. Calm down. Employers want people who can work in high stakes environment without losing their heads. And all this while, we've talked about things that you can do or should not do, or basically things you have control over. Now, here is one that's totally out of your control, but it's still a factor, and that is bad timing. Sometimes, the reason you're not landing a job has nothing to do with your skills or experience. Trust me, it's about the market. Cybersecurity hiring tends to be cyclical. Companies slow down hiring towards the end of the year as they want to wrap up their budgets. Summer can also be slow sometimes because of vacations, family traveling and all that. So if you are applying during one of these slower seasons, you might be fighting an uphill battle. What you need to do here is be strategic about when you apply. Okay, the best times to apply for cybersecurity jobs are in the spring and fall, when companies are ramping up their budget and planning for next year. So don't take it personally if things are slow. Sometimes it's just about the timing. There you have it, guys. The 6 unconventional reasons why you're not landing that cybersecurity job that you so much love. From over-specializing to too many sites to bad timing. These are the things that most people don't talk about but can make all the difference. And the good news is every single one of these obstacles is fixable. Yes, of course, it's not going to happen overnight, but with the right mindset and strategy, you can overcome each of these barriers and start seeing results. So take what we've talked about today and start making changes. Build that personal brand, get hands-on experience, work on your soft skills, and for heaven's sake, adjust your expectations. Now, if this video has helped you out, do me a favor. Like, subscribe, and share with someone who is in the same boat. And if you have questions or you want a deep dive into any of these topics, drop them in the comment below and I'll personally be responding to you. Until next time, keep grinding, keep improving, and keep pushing forward. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.